following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
Here's the ball hit deep to left field. Back to the wall. Walk-off home run. Hit to right field and down. Cedartown has tied the game. 0-1 pitch. Little chopper right side. That's going to be down. Cedartown wins.
The 3-1 pitch.
Ball hit to straightaway center field and deep. Back it goes. It is a home run.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to the field for today's action.
And welcome in to Lake Point for day 2 of the Battle for Bartow Classic here on the Big AA. Logan Maddox and Andrew Carter with you as the Cedartown Bulldogs will look to bounce back after a tough loss, 6-3 to the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes in game 1 of this 3-game weekend showcase, if you will, for the Bulldogs. They are playing Cass here in the first game today, which will start momentarily, and then at 4 p.m. they'll take on the Woodland Wildcats, the Cedartown team that played pretty well against Cartersville, Andrew. Showed some good things offensively, and defense was rolling well until that 4th inning.
Well, you know, and if you look at the scoreboard and you look at the line score, you're thinking, well, is that game as close as it ended up being? And, you know, I think the Bulldogs, you know, if you take out that 4th inning where the Dogs kind of struggled there toward the end of that one, I think this is a different ball game we're talking about. So, but it's 6-3 was the final score as the Bulldogs dropped their first game of this Lake Point here at Lake Point for the Battle for Bartow Classic. I did a little reading up on this, and of course, you know, last year this was a tournament bracket style tournament. This year it's just a showcase where they invite teams in to play different teams from Cartersville, and that seems to be what we're doing here. Of course, got the Cass Colonels this afternoon right now, and then at 4 p.m. today, the Woodland Wildcats will be joining us. And we'll have those broadcasts right here on the Big AA. For the Woodland Wildcats, leading off will be Jordan Ganney, and the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, Reese Tanner, the sophomore, will be on the hill, and Logan Maddox will tell you all about it.
Tanner stares in, gets the call in from Eli Barrow, and the sophomore fires in the first pitch of the game that must have been a little bit high right down the center of the plate, but misses the zone. 1-0 the count.
Ganney is a left-handed batter facing the right-handed throwing Tanner.
The 1-0 from Tanner is going to be a ground ball over to second base. Nail scoops that one up, throws over to first for a quick out number 1. 4-3 on the put out, retires Jordan Ganney for the first out here in the top of the first inning, and now that'll bring up Nick Wallen.
Wallen bats right. For those listening on the radio back home, the Cass Colonels wearing blue top uniforms with gray pants with a blue stripe down the side.
First pitch to Wallen. Outside corner, a fastball, a called strike, 81 miles per hour from Tanner.
Bulldogs wearing a similar color scheme, except there's, of course, the red tops with the gray pants and a red stripe down the side.
The 0-1 to Wallen, a little bit further outside, takes it for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out, bases empty for the Colonels. Cass comes into this one 6-15 on the year, Andrew. Lost a tough one to North Paulding last night. The 1-1 from Wallen is smashed to right field. Britt Baxter backs up, tails to his left a bit, and makes the squeeze for out number 2.
Not much of a problem there for Britt Baxter in right field to back up and make the catch. She sliced it the other way, but right near the Bulldogs' right fielder. That's out number 2, bringing up Carson Hill, right-handed batter for the Cass Colonels here. And first the pitch.
The pitch to Hill, swung on and fouled back off the netting. 0-1 the count.
Logan and I were talking before the broadcast came on. We were trying to figure out when is the last time Cedartown and Cass played, and it's probably been about 5 or 6 years.
Two teams that aren't located very far from each other, not that much of a difference classification-wise, just haven't played many times. The 0-1, high heater, swings and misses, and now Tanner ahead in the count 0-2. The defense for Cedartown looks like this. Eli Barrow behind home plate. At first base is Zane Barrow. Nail at second, Cup at short, and Kazort at third. The 0-2 strike called. Again, another fastball there from Reese Tanner, 82 miles per hour. gets it in the zone and gets out of this inning with a 1-2-3 top of the first. We'll head to the home half of the first inning. Cass nothing and Cedartown coming up here on WGAA Radio.
Daniels Green Services and Handyman, your best choice for total home renovation or even small projects. 770-862-1240. 770-862-1240. Painting, siding, concrete, windows, pressure washing, flooring, drywall, doors, roofing, electrical, and even lawn care. They're fully insured and will do a great job. Check them out on Facebook, Daniels Green Services and Handyman, your best choice. 770-862-1240.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer. And that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. Amy and I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back in. It's the bottom half of the first. Quick top half of the first inning for Reese Tanner, who got 3-3 down on the Cass Colonels. The Bulldogs will line up like this for the batting order. Dylan Cupp, the shortstop, will lead things off. Reese Tanner, the pitcher, hitting second. Hitting third is Cade Dingler, the center fielder. Hitting in the cleanup spot is Corbin Gazort, playing the hot corner at third base. Denver Nell, the second baseman. Happy birthday, Denver, by the way. Today is his 16th birthday. Happy birthday, Denver. He plays second base. Hitting sixth is Zane Barrow at first. The catcher, Eli Barrow, hitting seventh. Hitting eighth will be the DH Johnson. And then hitting ninth will be Britt Baxter. By the way, Johnson hitting for Tony Ware, who's playing left field.
Dylan Cupp 2 for 3 last night with 2 triples. We'll see what he does to start things out as he takes the first pitch, high, ball 1. The pitcher for Cass is Jaden Smith, a big lefty for the Colonels. He'll be on the mound to start things out for a Cass team that fell 15-0 to North Paulding last night. The 1-0 to Dylan Cupp. Takes it low, now ball 2. As Andrew mentioned, Dylan Cupp, Reese Tanner, and Cade Dingler due up here in the bottom of the first inning. Only 3 hits for the Bulldogs last night against very good pitching from Cartersville. The 2-0 will result in a called strike on the upper part, outside corner of the zone. A good pitch there from Jaden Smith makes it 2-1. See what the lefty comes with here. The 2-1 to Dylan Cupp. Curves in and just a little bit high, almost breaks in the zone. Instead, it's ball 3, and now a hitter's count to one of the most dangerous hitters in the state of Georgia, Dylan Cupp, the top-ranked shortstop in the 2023 class. The 3-1 to Cupp hit right back where it came from, and that'll roll all the way to the center fielder, and Cupp is aboard with a leadoff single.
Yeah, he hit that one right on the button, Logan, and just past the pitcher. No chance to get it, and Dylan Cupp with a leadoff hit. He was one of the few bright spots for the Bulldogs offense yesterday against Cartersville. Had 2 triples in the game, and his base running resulted in all of Cedartown's runs.
Yeah, 2 triples, that 1 walk that he received going up against Philip Schultz last night for Cartersville. Here's Reese Tanner, the pitcher. They'll have a check throw down to first base, keeping Dylan Cupp true over there. Not a bad idea from Jaden Smith, the lefty. Yet a pitch to be made to the sophomore Reese Tanner. Cupp had numerous stolen bases last night for the Bulldogs. Tanner was able to drive him in all 3 times. Another throw down to first base, and Cupp is back safely. The first baseman for Cass don't have a number 19 on the roster. We'll work to get you that name here in a minute. Cupp at first base, and Tanner here at the plate. The first pitch to Reese is right down Main Street, strike 1. A fastball there from Smith, registering at 78 miles per hour. 0-1 the count. Nobody out and a runner at first. Dylan Cupp and Eli Barrow, the only batters for Cedartown to get a hit last night. Both of them were 2 for 3. Cupp is going here, and a good pitch to Still on. It was high. It was an off-speed pitch, 69 miles per hour, and popped away from the catcher. So no problem as Dylan Cupp takes second. Catcher there is number 14, Carson Hill, and jumped out of his stance in a hurry. Couldn't cleanly get it in his glove. 1-1 the count to Reese Tanner. And the pitch to the sophomore. Swung at ball 2, reached out there and just got a piece of it, fouled it away. 1-2 the count now.
You know, we've talked about it all year, Logan, how really the speed of Dylan Cupp has produced so many runs for the Bulldogs. And he's already got a stolen base. He's definitely the stolen base leader for the Bulldogs and maybe even for the region.
The 1-2 pitch to Tanner goes for the outside corner again, a little bit further, seeing if Tanner will chase. He does not. 2-2 now. My
guess is that Cupp probably has at least a dozen stolen bases. Don't have that official stat, but he's stolen 3 or 4 a game in many occasions.
2-2 to Reese Tanner. Comes inside, has one that goes back to the mound. They go down to third trying to get Cupp, and he was back in time. He slides in. He was to the bag first, then pops away from the bag. Third baseman tries to tag him as he got away, but it doesn't matter. The sophomore is there again, and now nobody out. Runners at the corners.
Well, not a bad idea, though. The ball was weakly hit, but then you got the speed of Dylan Cupp, and it's tough to get him out over there, and he's going to be standing right off the bag. I'm assuming he is safe. The umpires are going to be talking about this. The Cass's coach had yep, he's safe. So the call is confirmed. And they will be at the corners with nobody out. And the Bulldogs, one of the Bulldogs' really good hitters as well, Cade Dingler, has been quiet of late, but has the power to get the Bulldogs on the board here in the first.
So they try for the fielder's choice, and a heads-up play by the pitcher, Jaden Smith, to go to third, just not able to apply the tag in time. Runners at the corners, nobody out. The pitch to Dingler. Strike called, upper part of the zone, 0-1 the count. Cade Dingler batting, and then Corbin Kazort up next. We've got the 2 seniors coming up here for Cedartown. The 2 right in the middle of the order. The number 3 batter and the cleanup batter on deck. Dingler, the senior, will watch a pickoff move down to first base, and Reese Tanner dives to the bag. He is safe.
And at the same time, Dylan Cupp playing chicken over there at third base, knowing that if the ball even gets loose for a bit over there at first base, he's going to break for the plate.
0-1 the count to Cade Dingler. Tanner going for second. It was a ball outside. Tanner swipes second with ease, slides in there. And now 2 runners in scoring position, and a 1-1 count to Cade Dingler. Cedartown 12-8 on the year after losing Cartersville 6-3 last night. The Bulldogs 9-3 in region play. This a non-region affair as the 1-1 to Dingler is high, ball 2. Again, we want to thank you for joining us on this Friday afternoon spring break baseball here in Bartow County. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Runners at second and third, and the pitch to Dingler. Swung on, fouled right side, and that'll escape into field 12 here at Lake Point.
Currently not being used for anything. In fact, they've got it partitioned off for Little League Baseball or maybe some softball games of some sort.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. The pitch is high, a big looping curve that didn't get the break he was hoping for, and now he's worked it full.
Cartersville and I believe Centennial playing over there on the field to our left. That's field number 10. And the score is 0-0. Bunch of goose eggs.
Payoff pitch to Cade Dingler comes with a fastball, and Dingler can't catch up to the 78-mile-per-hour heater, out number 1.
That's as you mentioned, the first out of the first inning, and now the cleanup hitter, Corbin Kazort, will try to drive home these base runners here. Second and third with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. No score.
Tanner at second base, Cupp at third. The first pitch to Corbin Kazort is high. They'll throw down to third, and Dylan Cupp is back in time. Cupp playing way away from the bag at third base, but dives back in. Good job by the third baseman to make a secure catch down there, because if he doesn't, at least 1 run scoring, if not 2. The pitch to Kazort. That one drops in. A beautiful pitch on the outside edge. 1-1 the count. 65 miles per hour. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at second and third. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch to Kazort. Hits it on a line, and it is fair. That'll score at least 1 run. They're going to send Reese Tanner. He's coming home. It'll be 2-0 Bulldogs as Corbin Kazort has a stand-up double here in the bottom of the first inning.
He just hit a laser beam there, scoring both runs easily. And an easy RBI two-run double for the senior Corbin Kazort, and the Dogs lead now 2-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning.
Brings up now the birthday boy, the number 5 batter in the lineup, Denver Nail. Turned 16 years old today with Kazort at second base. He'll watch a fastball go right down the middle, strike 1.
It's something the Bulldogs have needed, a base hit with runners in scoring position. That was did not come readily available in the Cartersville game.
Kazort going for third, hit and run as it's a slow roller to shortstop. He'll field, throw to first for out number 2, but now Kazort 90 feet away. Great time to call the hit and run there. There's 2 out, but Cedartown with another scoring chance right here.
And that'll bring up the senior Zane Barrow with the third baseman Corbin Kazort over at third.
Zane, a player that's meant so much to this program for his 4 years and could use another big hit right here. The first pitch, it's going to be a high chopper down towards third base. It's a fair ball. They'll throw to first, but he is safe. An infield hit for Zane Barrow, but they are going to say that it was foul. Right?
I don't. Okay.
Evidently, it was foul.
Coach
so
Johnson
we'll
is a little surprised at that. I thought it was fair, but they say no, so that'll wipe the run off the board. It's still 2-0.
A break for the Colonels there. 0-1 the count now to Zane Barrow. The pitch to the senior. Drops down in the middle of the zone for strike 2. Jaden Smith, after allowing those 2 runs a couple of at-bats ago, trying to settle in here in the bottom of the first inning. Catcher setting up outside. The 0-2 comes right down the middle. Another grounder towards third base. It eats him up. He'll throw down to first, and Barrow beats it out again.
Well, if you can't do it the other way the first time, do it again, and it's the same result that it would have been had it been fair. In that first hit, and the Dogs take a 3-0 lead on the infield single. He had to earn it twice there at that at-bat.
Zane Barrow, the senior first baseman, able to get it done. He's safe down there at first base with 2 out. And we'll see if Eli Barrow, his younger brother, can keep this inning going. Barrow, the sophomore who had the game-winning walk-off home run to knock off Rockmart earlier this year. Trying to keep the fun going here in the first inning.
And that seems like ages ago, too.
Smith checks the runner at first. It's going to be a liner down towards left field. Barrow racing for third base. The left fielder fields it. Throw comes in towards third. It gets away from the third baseman. And that's going to be a 2-out double for Eli Barrow. So 2 runners in scoring position again for the Bulldogs, and the first inning continues.
Logan, the Bulldogs are swinging the bat well and making solid contact. We had the couple of line drives there. They're going to send out Cole Dingler to run for Eli Barrow. So that'll bring up Trent Johnson, the DH today. He's hitting for Tony Ware, the left fielder. But Dogs have made solid contact. Those line drive hits and even some of those infield choppers have still been well struck, and the Bulldogs looking good here in this first inning.
Johnson, the junior for the Bulldogs, younger brother of head coach Kevin Johnson. He's already had 1 RBI hit this year. How about let's make it 2? He'll watch the first pitch, and a beautiful pitch it was from Jaden Smith. A curveball gets the call, strike 1.
Yeah, that was under the speed limit on I-75, 65 miles per hour.
Runner at second base is Cole Dingler, and Zane Barrow at third base. The 0-1 to Trent Johnson comes inside, almost hits him. Low as well, evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson, the number 8 batter in this inning and in the lineup. The number 9 batter in the lineup, Britt Baxter, stands on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 base runners aboard. Cedartown with 3 in the inning. And the 1-1 to Trent Johnson. Fast cut, fouls it off the netting on the right side, and now Jaden Smith, the lefty from Cass, is ahead in the count 1-2. Bulldogs lead 3-0 over the Colonels here in the home half of the first inning. 2 out. And the 1-2 to Trent Johnson. Soft grounder towards shortstop. He'll field again, throws to first, and he corrals it for out number 3, but not before the Bulldogs get a hit rally going here in the first inning. A 2-run double for Corbin Kazort and an RBI single for Zane Barrows. Cedartown leads at 3-0 after 1 inning of play. And we'll take a timeout, hear from some sponsors, and head to the second inning here on the Big AA.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
One of the pillars of a strong community is knowing your neighbors. We believe it's important to know your neighbor. To know that the person down the street selling you your car is the person you'll see grilling with you at the block party. It's important to be a part of a community, and Peach State Ford is proud to be a part of historic Cedartown, Rockmart, and Rome. And even prouder to be rated one of the best in the country in customer service. Nobody knows trucks or people like Peach State Ford.
2076 Rockmart Highway, Cedartown, 866-872-6660.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
It's the second inning. Cedartown leads 3-0 as Reese Tanner completes his warm-up tosses. Cass Colonels will lead off with Aiden Larkin here in the top half of the second inning. Larkin, that's a baseball name. Makes me think of the great player for the Cincinnati Reds back in the day.
The first pitch from Reese Tanner is a hard foul ball on the right side that also goes into the field next to us.
Speaking of Barry Larkin, he was a great Cincinnati Red in the 80s and 90s.
Reese Tanner gets the call in. The 0-1 to Larkin is high, ball 1. Mentioned the infield for Cedartown. The outfield looks like this. Out in left field is Tony Ware, Cade Dingler, the senior, in center field, and Britt Baxter playing right field today. The 1-1 from Tanner is also high, and now he's behind in the count 2-1. Larkin, the cleanup batter for the Colonels this year. And in this game, the number 4 batter after a 3-up, 3-down top of the first for Tanner. The pitch, that one just missing high as well, and now 3-1. Tanner in danger of surrendering his first base runner here in the second inning. A 3-1 count, the pitch to Larkin. Swing and a miss on a fastball towards the outside edge, 80 miles per hour from Tanner, and now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. Tanner rocks back, the payoff pitch, high, ball 4. And Larkin will head down the baseline, the first base line, with a leadoff walk for the Colonels.
Those full counts, the Bulldogs have just not been able to finish them off here, especially in this tournament. See if Reese Tanner can maybe induce a ground ball here.
Time called at the plate as Wesley Collins steps in, the number 5 batter in this lineup. And time called actually by the Cedartown dugout as Coach Kevin Johnson has some words with the home plate official. I'm not sure if there was a substitution here or what.
Yeah, he's got his lineup card out with the home plate umpire. I don't know if there was any kind of change made for Cedartown's defense. It may be a question with the Cass lineup. I'm not sure. We don't actually have a Cass lineup in front of us, so we don't know exactly what that would be about. As far as we can tell, everything's the same for Cedartown's defense.
Bulldogs on top 3-0 over Cass here in the top of the second inning. Nobody out. Runner at first base is Aiden Larkin. And a pitch about to be made to Wesley Collins. So they've got it straightened out now. The pitch from Reese Tanner. Grounder through, and that'll roll to left field. It'll be fielded by the left fielder, Tony Ware. I mean, just hit there between short and third. Nothing you can do if you're the Bulldogs. And the first hit of the game given up after the first walk of the game.
It's the first base knock of the game for the Cass Colonels. We'll bring up number 19, who we don't have. So we'll just have to kind of guess with this one. We'll see if we can find out who he is.
I believe it's Hayden Cole.
It may be.
And the first pitch to Cole is high, ball 1. Runner at first base is Wesley Collins, and Aiden Larkin stands at second base for the Cass Colonels. Nobody out, top of the second inning. The tying run at the plate. The pitch is fouled off on the right side. Now 1-1 the count. Bulldogs trying to get win number 13 on the year in this one. Trying to knock off a young Cass Colonel squad. Despite being only 6-15 on the year, 5 of their 6 wins have come in region play. Cass 5-5 in that tough 5A region with Cartersville, Calhoun, and Blessed Trinity. And the 1-1 is high and tight, ball 2. If the season were to end today, Cass would be the number 4 team in that region advancing to the playoffs. So while this is a non-region game, try to get some momentum going if you're a Cass Colonels fan. The 2-1 to Cole will result in a pop-up behind home plate. Eli Barrow races for it, but it's going to land out of play.
Lands on the canvas shelter on top of the first base grandstands here.
If nothing else, it evens up the count here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 runners aboard. Logan Maddox, Andrew Carter with you here on the Big AA. WGA Radio 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Also broadcasting on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on the NFHS Network. Collins at first, Larkin at second. The 2-2 to Hayden Cole. Liner to center field. It drops right in front of Cade Dingler, that is. Nothing he can do about it. Throws it in to hold the runner at third base. Just perfectly placed hit that time from Hayden Cole, and the bases are loaded with nobody out here in the second inning.
Seems like the Bulldogs get in trouble like this. The question is, can they get out of it? Nobody out, and the base is full here in the second. As quick as that top of the first was, Reese Tanner in some trouble here in the top of the second.
Roberts comes up now, and the first pitch is low, ball 1. The 1-0 from Reese Tanner. Grounder up to shortstop. Cup will tag second base, throws to first, and that's a double play. They surrender a run, but they get 2 outs.
What a great play by the shortstop, Dylan Cup. He took it himself to the bag and then did that sideways hop and throw over to first. I mean, it's like you're watching Dansby Swanson out there turn the 6-3 double play. It does get 2 out, but the run does score. And that was the big ground ball that the Bulldogs needed.
Brings up Devin Hutchinson now with 2 out. You do have Wesley Collins still standing at third base. Cedartown now leading 3-1. The pitch is a called strike on a fastball from Reese Tanner.
You could tell his confidence way up after his infield defense turned the big double play.
The 0-1 to Hutchinson, a little bit further outside, low as well, ball 1.
Reese topping out about 80 miles per hour on his fastball.
Cedartown trying to keep it at a 2-run ball game here in the second inning. 3-1 Bulldogs lead. Gets the call in from Barrow, the 1-1 right down the middle, strike 2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch there by Reese Tanner. Dropped it right about knee high, right between the plates, right between the lines there. And Reese a strike away from getting out of the inning.
The 1-2 to Devin Hutchinson. Strike 3 called. He watches strike 3 right down the middle, and Reese Tanner gets out of the jam. The sophomore allows just 1 run after starting out by walking a batter and giving up 2 base hits. We'll head now to the bottom of the second inning. Cedartown 3 and Cass 1. You're listening to Bulldogs Baseball on the Big AA.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
Burgess Insurance Services in Rome, 222 North 5th Avenue Southwest, 706-234-5680. And in Cedartown, 114 South Philpott Street, 770-748-4165.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
We're back here as we begin the bottom half of the second inning. Leading off for the Bulldogs will be the right fielder, Britt Baxter. Then we'll be back to the top of the order with Dylan Cupp and Reese Tanner as the pitcher for Cartersville continues his warm-up tosses. He'll continue here into the bottom half of the second. Jaden Smith on the hill to face the Bulldogs' number 9 hitter, Britt Baxter.
Got to see Britt on the mound for Cedartown in the loss to Cartersville. Pitched the 6th inning, allowed just 1 run. He'll have a plate appearance in this one as has to jump over the first pitch. Low and inside, ball 1. Bulldogs had 8 batters come to the plate in that first inning. The 1-1 is bounced up there, ball 2, and now Britt Baxter solidly ahead in this count. Dylan Cupp stands on deck, led off the game with a single. The 2-0 from Jaden Smith. Breaking pitch that finds the middle of the zone, 2-1 now.
That's just one of those really good-looking breaking balls from the left-handed pitcher, Smith.
The 2-1 now to Britt Baxter. Goes off speed again and fools the young right fielder. Way out in front, 2-2 now.
If he can judge, that was a hanging breaking ball there, Logan. If he can time his swing right, he can line that one.
The 2-2 to Baxter. It's going to be a liner over to shortstop. Falls in front of him, throws to first, but the throw kind of pulls the first baseman off the bag. He tries to swipe tag him as he goes by, but Baxter is safe.
Yeah, that's Cole over there at first base. He tried to apply the swipe tag. He didn't have a chance to tag the bag, but good job there by Britt Baxter to get aboard. And that'll send us back to the top of the order to Dylan Cupp, who had a base hit his last time.
Leadoff base runner helped out the Bulldogs in the first inning. We'll see if they have similar success here in the bottom of the second. The pitch to Dylan Cupp is low, ball 1 again, almost bounced up there by Jaden Smith. Dylan Cupp with a single and a run scored so far in this one. He came home on that 2 RBI double by Corbin Kazort. The pitch to Dylan Cupp. A little bit closer towards the zone, but still low, ball 2. Cupp had a 3-1 count when he was able to connect on that base hit in the first inning. 2 balls and no strikes, nobody out. Runner at first base is Baxter. He squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes strike 1.
On the field to our left, Cartersville and Centennial are tied 1-1 through 2 innings. And back here on our field, number 11, a 3-1 lead for the Cedartown Bulldogs and a 2-1 count to Dylan Cupp.
The pitch to Dylan Cupp. Grounder over to third base, but it fouled off his foot, it looks like. Evens up the count now, 2-2. Cupp, the Mississippi State commit, sophomore shortstop for the Bulldogs. Took a minute to walk that one off. Now he's ready to go. Steps back in the box. Baxter at first base. Nobody out. 3-1. Cedartown leads it. Baxter taking second. Hit and run. Swing and a miss from Dylan Cupp, but Baxter is safe at second base.
That's a strikeout of Dylan Cupp, and that's not something he often does. He didn't strike out at all yesterday, but the big hook from the southpaw gets him swinging, but the runner does move up. One away here in the bottom of the second.
First pitch to Reese Tanner. Nice pitch, fastball on the outside edge, 0-1 now. Second strikeout of the day so far for Jaden Smith, the left-handed hurler for Cass. Baxter in scoring position at second base. The pitch to Tanner, softly fouled off on the right side, and now he's behind 0-2. Reese got aboard on that fielder's choice in the first inning. Was able to work his way around the base paths and came home also on that double from Corbin Kazor. Right now, he'd like to get aboard and move over the runner in Britt Baxter at second base. The 2-2 to Reese Tanner is high for ball one. Smith has a couple to waste here, seeing if the sophomore would chase. He doesn't. First game of a midday doubleheader here for the Bulldogs. They'll be back in action at 4 p.m. taking on Bartow County foe Woodland. That one is a nice pitch to Reese Tanner. He swings and misses for strike number 3 and out number 2. So Jaden Smith surrendered the first base runner thanks to an error, but back-to-back strikeouts. Has 2 away now with a runner in scoring position.
And I think Jaden Smith is finally starting to get locked in here. He was a bit slow in the first inning, but he's started throwing well here in this second.
Here's Cade Dingler. Comes around and misses on the first pitch that tailed inside on him, 0-1.
He's had a couple of strikeouts here in this second inning and got Cade Dingler to swing at one that was a bit inside on him.
He struck out Dingler on a full count in the first inning as well. Cade looking for his first hit. He'll lay off that curveball that lands outside of the zone. 1-1 now. All 3 of the strikeouts for Jaden Smith have come against the top 3 batters for the Bulldogs, Cup, Tanner, and Dingler. Now Dingler looking for a base knock as the 1-1 pitch is low and inside, ball 2.
A little faster there on that pitch, 78 miles per hour, 2 balls and a strike with Britt Baxter over at second base.
2 out in the inning. Baxter going for third, hit and run, grounder to shortstop. They'll field, throw across the diamond, and they get him out by a step. Cedartown gets a base runner thanks to a walk, but they cannot move him into scoring position close enough. They can't get him past second base, so it stays a 3-1 ball game. We'll head now to the third inning. You're listening to Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA, Cedartown 3 and Cass 1.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
And we're back. It's the top of the third inning. Cedartown with a 3-1 lead over the Cass Colonels. A quick inning in the bottom half as the pitcher Jaden Smith with a couple of strikeouts of some Bulldogs. And now Reese Tanner will continue his work here in the top of the third. He'll face Todd Gaddy, number 12.
Gaddy, the number 9 batter in the lineup. After this, we're back to the top of the order. Eli Barrow able to put that pitch in the zone after it was kind of right on the edge. So strike 1 on the nice pitch from Reese Tanner. The 0-1 from the sophomore. Further inside, strike 2. Now he's quickly ahead in this count. Gaddy will have to battle if he wants to get aboard here. Gets the call in from Barrow. The 0-2 from Reese Tanner. Outside, ball 1. Cedartown with 3 runs in the bottom of the first. Cass with 1 in the top of the second. We'll see if the Colonels can get closer here. That pitch is fouled straight back and off the netting, so it'll stay 1-2. Gaddy here at the plate. Ganny and Wallen also due up this inning. Tanner is set. And the 1-2. Strike 3 called. Big curve there from the sophomore. Lands in the middle of the zone. And a strikeout for Todd Gaddy is out number 1 this inning.
Beautiful pitch there by Reese Tanner. Just threw him the big breaking ball, and he just looked right at it, locked his knees up. And that'll bring up Jordan Ganny back to the top of the order with one out here in the top of the third. 3-1 lead for the Bulldogs.
Third strikeout for Reese Tanner in 2 1/3 innings. First pitch to Jordan Ganny is way inside, ball 1. Ganny 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded it out to Denver Nail to start out this game. Now Reese Tanner will request another baseball. Home plate umpire will honor that request. Gives it to Barrow, who gives it off to the pitcher. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Top of the third inning. Cedartown leading 3-1 over Cass. Here in the 2021 Battle for Bartow Classic at Lake Point in Emerson. That's a hard hit down for a base hit in right field. Baxter running for it. He'll round first, go for second, and he's going to keep going. The gate was open there, so is that going to be a ground rule double,
yes,
or will it be a triple?
It'll be a ground rule double. It's the same situation that happened yesterday in the Cedartown Cartersville game on a pitch that was hit down the right field line and bounced out. It actually saved a run because there was a runner at first base when that happened. So Ganny will stop at second base with the ground rule double. And hard hit, too. He hit, the only chance it was going to get caught was if Zane Barrow could stab it in the air, but it was a bit too much over his head. That'll bring up number 11, Nick Wallen, to the plate. And they've got a runner in scoring position here in the third.
Good effort there from Zane Barrow, but he's tall. He's not that tall. Runner at second base with 1 out. It's Ganny, and here's Nick Wallen at the plate. 0 for 1 with a fly out. The pitch to Wallen comes inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Todd Gaddy led off this inning with a strikeout. Then a double for Ganny. Number 3 batter in the inning, Nick Wallen here. And the pitch to him. Gets the call on the outside edge. Evens up the count, 1-1 now. If you missed the game last night, Cedartown fell 6-3 to Cartersville, but led the majority of that game until the Canes came back in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cedartown trying to keep a lead here in the top of the 3rd. The 1-1 to the number 2 batter, Nick Wallen. Curves in, strike 2.
Just filth there from Reese Tanner. Dropped in that 66-mile-per-hour breaking ball that started in and then went right over the plate. And that's 1-2 now with the runner on second, 1 out.
Tanner gets the call in from Barrow. Barrow setting up outside of the zone, and the pitch is high and outside, ball 2. Wallen with good plate discipline there, not offering at it. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch from Reese Tanner bounces up there, and now it's a full count, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning, with Cedartown clinging on to a 3-1 lead over Cass. Jordan Ganny had a ground rule double just a minute ago. He's at second base. The pitch to Wallen. Might have swung at ball 4 there. Came inside and fouled it off. This Cass team lost last night 15-0 to a very talented 7A North Paulding squad that we saw earlier in the year.
We did. They were extremely good.
Ganny at second base. The payoff pitch to Wallen is fouled back and out of play, and it stays a full count. Carson Hill, the catcher, stands on deck. Number 3 batter in the lineup. Reese Tanner hoping he can record the second out before he faces the catcher. Runner at second base with his lead. Tanner is set. The payoff pitch. Just again able to foul it off and stay alive as that one bounces on the left side. Good battle here between Nick Wallen and Reese Tanner. Really running up the pitch count for the sophomore.
Well, one would assume that Reese Tanner will be the starting pitcher Tuesday when we go up to Dalton for the Southeast Whitfield series. That's usually how those 3-game series go for the Bulldogs.
The 3-2 from Reese Tanner is high, ball 4, and now runners at first and second with only 1 out.
Logan, he tried to throw him the breaking ball again, but it didn't break low enough. It was upstairs and just above the zone, so runners first and second with 1 out, and the tying run is aboard, the go-ahead run at the plate for the Colonels, and that of number 14, Carson Hill, and now Coach Evans out of the dugout to have a discussion with his sophomore starting pitcher.
With this timeout, do want to shout out the coaching staff for the Bulldogs. Got to see head coach Kevin Johnson when he was coming in today, Andrew. Excited for these games. Johnson, what now, third year head coach or fourth year?
It'd be third year. I mean, if you count last year, because that, I believe that was his second year at the helm.
Third year as head coach. The assistants for the Bulldogs include Ryan Evans, the pitching coach who just came out of the dugout. Other assistants are Austin Pope, Jeff Dingler, Josh Davenport, and Dustin Little, who had his birthday yesterday. A pitch yet to be made to the catcher, Carson Hill. He comes up with 1 out, 2 runners aboard. You've got Wallen at first base and Ganny at second base. Tying run at first for the Colonels here in the third inning. The pitch to Hill is going to be a fly ball to left field and caught on the run by Dylan Cupp. Tries to throw to second, and the runner gets back in time. Throw pops away from the second baseman, so Hill advanced to third base as that one goes all the way to Britt Baxter out in right field. So runners now at the corners, 2 out after that essentially fly ball to shortstop from Carson Hill.
Certainly not a bad idea to try to double him up there, but it was not a well-thrown ball there as he was kind of in midair when he threw it over to the bag at second, and Denvernell couldn't handle it. So they'll be at the corners with 2 outs now.
Ganny at third base. The tying run, Wallen, stands at first base, and here's Adam Larkin. The pitch to the cleanup batter. Swing and a miss on a high heater, 0-1. Larkin worked it to a full count last inning, got a walk, got aboard, and came home. Scored on that double play with the bases loaded. 0-1 the count, and the pitch from Reese Tanner. Outside edge, a little bit too far outside, evens it up now 1-1. Cedartown 12-8 on the year. Cass 6-15 this season. Cass a 5A school, Bulldogs a 4A team. The 1-1 to Larkin. Hard hit grounder, but foul on the left side. And now he's behind in the count, 1-2. Jordan Ganny at third base. He had a double with 1 out. Nick Wallen came up after him and earned a walk. What will Adam Larkin do? 2 away, runners at the corners. 3-1, Cedartown leads it. Reese Tanner, the sophomore, on the hill. And the pitch to Larkin. Strike 3 called, outside edge, froze him up, and brings it in to the scoring threat here in inning number 3. Cedartown holds on to a 3-1 advantage, and we'll move to the home half of the third. You're listening to Bulldogs Baseball live from Lake Point Sporting Community in Emerson, right here on the Big Double A.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs! Daniel's Green Services and Handyman, your best choice for total home renovation or even small projects. 770-862-1240. 770-862-1240. Painting, siding, concrete, windows, pressure washing, flooring, drywall, doors, roofing, electrical, and even lawn care. They're fully insured and will do a great job. Check them out on Facebook, Daniel's Green Services and Handyman, your best choice. 770-862-1240.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Well, Logan, you mentioned it. Good defense for the Cedartown Bulldogs and good pitching there by Reese Tanner. The challenged him with an 81-mile-per-hour fastball in the outside corner to get the strike 3 called to end the inning. And the Bulldogs will bring the middle of their order, the cleanup hitter. The Bulldogs senior third baseman Corbin Gazort will lead things off for the Bulldogs against the starting southpaw for the Cass Colonels, Jaden Smith.
Smith has been solid for Cass so far. 3 strikeouts in just 2 innings. Allowed those 3 runs in the top of the first, but nothing last inning. The pitch to Corbin. Sinks in there for strike one. Again, going on the outside against the right-handed batter, Corbin Kazort.
Corbin 1 for 1, that 2-run double back in the first inning.
Watches the second pitch. It's high, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike now. As you mentioned, Kazort, Nail, and Zane Barrow will come up this inning. The 1-1 to Corbin, smacked to center field, but right towards the center fielder. Now he'll back up and catch it on the run for the first out.
Gave it a bit of a ride out there in left center field, but center fielder never really had a huge problem with it. Backed up a bit and made the squeeze. And that will bring up Denver Nail, the birthday boy. Hitless today in 1 try.
Denver grounded out to third base back in the first inning. He was the second out in that scoring rally for the Bulldogs. He'll look to get aboard here with 1 away. The pitch from Jaden Smith. Again, another curve that drops in there, a beauty. Strike one.
65-mile-per-hour curveball over the outside corner. Beautiful there from the southpaw.
The 0-1 to Denver Nail. Grounder left side, but wide of the third base bag. Foul ball, now 0-2. Cedartown back in action at 4 p.m. today as they will take on Woodland. Same field, same place right here at Lake Point, field 11. Won't even have to move our center field camera.
Thank goodness. We've been here before where we've had to move from one end of the complex to another. We're just glad we're on the same field.
The 0-2 outside, and Nail reaches out, just gets a piece of it to pop it back. Goes off the netting. It stays 0-2 with 1 out. Zane Barrow, the senior, standing on deck. He comes in, retrieves that foul ball. The sophomore, Denver Nail, the second baseman at the plate. 0 for 1 on the day, facing an 0-2 count. The pitch outside just by a bit. Catcher thought he had him that time. So did Jaden Smith, but just barely making it the first ball of this at bat.
Boy, didn't miss by much. Not at all.
1 ball and 2 strikes now with 1 away, and the base is empty. The pitch to Denver Nail inside, checks his swing, holds it back, says the umpire down the first baseline. So now 2-2.
Yeah, that's the correct call there. He was able to keep it, he even kept the bat behind the plate there, able to hold up his swing.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the pitch to the sophomore. Swings and does he foul it off?
Yeah.
I think he fouled it off the catcher.
And I think he hit him right between the legs.
Hit him where the sun don't shine, and we hope he's okay. That is the catcher, Carson Hill, in a lot of pain. He will try to walk it off.
I tell you what, it must have been a direct hit because, you wear all kinds of protection and all that down there, but
still don't feel
even
good.
A direct hit is not going to feel good. And they'll give him a minute. While we have that minute, wanted to remind everybody that we will be back with you this afternoon around 4 p.m. for our second of our doubleheader today. We'll be taking on the Woodland Wildcats, another Bartow County team. And he's all right. He gets back up and walks back to his spot behind the plate. So it's good to see the catcher, number 14, Carson Hill, able to get back up and stretch it out.
Remember, after, today, Cedartown with no other matchups this weekend, they're back at it Tuesday on the road at Southeast Whitfield.
Yep, 2 more region series, and then we head to the playoffs, hopefully.
The 2-2 to Denver Nail. Grounder towards shortstop, throws, and he will not get it to him. It one-hops the first baseman and goes behind the first baseman. He'll go for second. The throw comes down to second, pops away from the second baseman, and Denver Nail is safe now in scoring position with only 1 out.
That's a great at-bat there by Denver Nail. He's able to hit it to the deepest part of short, and tough throw. He might have gotten him had it been an accurate throw, but that's tough. I'm gonna say a base hit there, and the throwing error gets him to second.
Denver Nail standing at second base now. Here, bottom of the third inning, Cedartown on top 3-1. Nail will head back to second base as the pitcher looked him over there. Zane Barrow, number 6 batter in the lineup, comes up. First pitch to the senior is right down the middle.
A big cut and a miss there. He was trying to swing for the fences, but it was off speed there, Logan, and He's way out in front.
Barrow 1 for 1 with an RBI single back in the first. The pitch to Zane. Curves right on the outside edge. Again, Jaden Smith with a lot of control on these breaking pitches. Now it's 0-2. Denver Nell at second base with one out. Dogs leading 3-1. The pitch to Zane Barrow further outside, and he watches ball one. His younger brother, the sophomore Eli Barrow, on deck for the Bulldogs. Zane, the first baseman here at the plate. The pitch to Zane. Big cut, comes up empty. Strike three, out number two, and the fourth strikeout so far for Jaden Smith.
Well, Logan Zane got tied up pretty badly there, swinging up one that was kind of inside. It was almost like he tried to stop his swing but couldn't do it and still kind of halfway swung through it. And now it'll be up to Eli Barrow. Barrow had a nice base hit his last time up.
Pitch to Eli as Nail goes for third. He is there safely. I believe it was a strike called to Eli. They throw down to third, but not in time.
That is the call.
You're right, Eli Barrow with a nice double back in the first inning. It moved Zane from first to third, but both runners were stranded in scoring position. They'd like to drive in a runner from third base here, as that is a breaking pitch on the outside that gets the friendly call again, now 0-2.
Yeah, Eli leaned away from that. He knew what the call was going to be.
That outside edge has been heavy against these right-handed batters. The 0-2 to Eli, reaches out, pops it towards right side, and the second baseman misses it. Drops in fair territory. That'll score Denver Nell and make another hit for Eli Barrow, now 2 for 2 with a single and a double.
That time add an RBI to the bloop single to the right side. The second baseman gave it all he had to get to it, Logan, but just not able to get to it in time. And the Bulldogs get that run they gave up right back. It's now 4-1 Bulldogs with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, and that will bring up Trent Johnson, the DH.
Johnson, the junior, batting for Tony Ware out in left field. Eli at first base. He's pulled out for Cole Dingler. The pitch to Trent Johnson is a called strike right down the middle, lower part of the zone, but gets the call anyway, 0-1.
Well, you love to see Eli Barrow starting to heat up here toward this crunch time in region play. Of course, it's a non-region game, but we've got some very important region games next week and the week after.
The 0-1 from Jaden Smith. Johnson takes it high, ball one.
I mean, you're going to see production from, the top and the middle of the order, but the Bulldogs are really going to need some consistency from the lower part of the order if they want to have a successful drive.
Dingler goes for second. They had a good pickoff move, but the first baseman couldn't field it cleanly, and Cole Dingler takes second base.
I don't even know if they get him if he fields it cleanly. Cole got a great jump, and he's a quick runner anyway. I think he was going to beat the pickoff move regardless.
So the freshman stands at second base now, and the junior Trent Johnson with 2 out. He goes for third. Swing and a miss. They throw down to third, and Cole is there safely again. He's there with another stolen base, and now he's at third.
Well, you know what they say. Keep on running until they throw you out.
Until they make you stop, yeah.
And right now, Bulldogs have been able to run at will.
Johnson 0 for 1 with a ground out. Can he get a base hit here? 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch outside by just a bit, and now 2-2.
I love you couldn't see it on our camera angle, but Cole Dingler was about halfway home when the pitch was delivered, and he's wanting to come home and score the 5th Bulldog run, but it's a 2-2 count.
2 out, runner at third base. The pitch to Trent Johnson. Fouled off on the right side. Britt Baxter on deck, has to duck a bit so it doesn't hit him. So Trent Johnson, the number 8 batter in the order. He is the 5th batter in this inning for Cedartown. Started out with a fly ball for Corbin Kazort. A base hit for Nail. He came home to score. The pitch to Johnson. Off-speed pitch and just able to get a piece of it. He was almost out in front that time.
Good job there to fight it off, though. That with a 2-2 count and 2 outs, you want to defend the plate, and he's been doing that here the past couple of swings.
The big hit this inning, an RBI single for Eli Barrow. His courtesy runner Cole Dingler at third. The pitch to Trent Johnson, high and outside, and now he's worked it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Good take there by the young man. They took one out of the zone and filled the count up 3-2 with 2 out as The speedy Cole Dingler running for Eli Barrow is at third base.
Johnson with an RBI hit already on the season. He'd like to add another. The payoff pitch is high. Ball 4. They throw down to third. And the third baseman able to catch almost an errant throw. So runners at the corners with 2 away. It brings up the number 9 batter in the lineup, Britt Baxter.
Well, would love to see Britt Baxter get a big hit here. Runners at the corners, I would not be shocked if Trent maybe takes off to second base here as well.
The first pitch to Baxter. Grounder left side and foul. Baxter got aboard last inning, Andrew, on an error by the shortstop.
He did. Trent Johnson, not the fastest runner on the team, but a smart runner, and he'll retreat back to first after running on contact.
Johnson at first base, Cole Dingler at third base, and Britt Baxter here at the plate. The 0-1 to the sophomore. Fouled off right side, hits off the netting, and now he's behind 0-2. A lot of action going on here at Lake Point. Games to the left of us and behind us. Cartersville still tied with Centennial 1-1 in the one next to us. The 0-2 to Britt Baxter. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that brings a close to the inning. But Cedartown gets back the run that they surrendered in the top of the second inning, and it's now 4-1. We'll move to the fourth inning right after this word from our sponsors on the Big Double A.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big Double A is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. Amy and I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big Double A. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
Welcome back here as we begin the fourth inning, 3-3 complete. A 4-1 lead for the Cedartown Bulldogs as the Cedartown Bulldogs and Cass Colonels lock up here in the Lake Point Sporting Community's Battle for Bartow Classic. And Wesley Collins will be the batter for the Cass Colonels to lead off the top of the fourth inning.
It'll be Collins, Cole, and Roberts as Cass tries to battle back from this 4-1 deficit. The pitch to Wesley Collins is taken high, ball 1. Collins was able to get a single in that second inning. He was the runner who was stranded at third base when the final out was recorded. The 1-0 fouls it off, actually cuts off of Eli Barrow's catching gear. 1-1 now.
Eli Barrow and Reese Tanner, both sophomores. Member of that fantastic sophomore class that includes several other infielders as well. And Eli Barrow is going to get a little bit more time to walk it off. Looks like he might have taken a shot to the midsection.
Saw Carson Hill of Cass, the catcher, call timeout earlier for the same reason. Eli doesn't take quite as much time. Wasn't quite a direct hit as Hill faced, but Barrow's okay now. 5, 6, and 7 batters this inning for the Colonels. A 1-1 count. And the pitch to Wesley Collins. Strike called, a fastball from Reese Tanner. Might have taken a bit off of it. Only 77 miles per hour from the sophomore, but gets the strike called on the outside edge anyway. Tanner gets the call in from Eli. And the 1-2 to Collins. Grounder off the glove of Reese Tanner. Fielded by Nail. Throws quickly to first. And he's out for out number 1. Good old 1-4-3.
That's right. And a good job there by Denver Nail to be able to field the carom off the glove of Reese Tanner. Another good defensive play by the Bulldog infield.
So Collins now 1 for 2. That'll bring up Hayden Cole for Cass. Cole with a single back in the second inning, and he was the runner that was out on the double play at second base. The first pitch to him is low, ball one. Cedartown leading 4-1 here at the 2021 Battle for Bartow Classic here at Lake Point Sporting Community in Emerson. The pitch to Cole, almost getting the call on the outside edge. Barrow tries to pull it a little bit closer to the plate, but to no avail. Now 2-0 to Hayden Cole. Tanner's set, fires in the 2-0. Swing and a miss. That one maybe a bit high and tight, but goes after it anyway and comes up empty. 2 balls and 1 strike now.
That pitch, when it comes towards you, it looks like it's just begging to be hit, but then it goes up and out of the zone.
2-1 is popped up to right center field, very shallow. Cade Dingler ranges over to his left and makes the catch, now 2 away.
It's good to have, anytime Reese is pitching, to have Cade Dingler out there to kind of be the leader of that outfield, especially right now with all the injuries. Harlem Diamond not playing today, neither is MJ Holiday. By the way, both are here today. MJ Holiday is not dressed out. He's going to be out for at least a week, maybe a week and a half. Harlem Diamond is day-to-day. He'll probably rejoin us for the Region Series next week.
Here's Roberts coming up to the plate. 2 out, bases empty, and he watches the first pitch. That's a strike called from Reese Tanner. This time on the outside edge against the left-handed batter, Roberts. And the pitch, same spot, maybe a little bit higher, ball 1. And they've actually got a different batter in there. I think Roberts might have been subbed out. This is Matt Shook, number 7. So a 1-1 count to Shook. And the pitch to the lefty. High and outside, now 2-1. Bulldogs 4 and Colonels 1. Top of the 4th inning in Emerson. The 2-1. Swings and misses, now 2-2. A ground out for Wesley Collins, a fly out for Hayden Cole. Can Reese Tanner get a strikeout this inning? 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 out, bases empty. And the pitch from the sophomore. Strike, no, ball 1. I guess it was high. So now a full count.
That was a good-looking pitch there, and Reese wanted the out call and didn't get it.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Matt Shook. The payoff pitch from Tanner. Way high, ball 4. This is upstairs, and that puts Shook aboard with 2 out.
I'll bring up number 5, Kyle Miller.
So Cass utilizing some pinch hitters here in the bottom third of their order. This would have been Devin Hutchinson, but as you mentioned, Miller coming up instead. Runner at first base is Matt Shook, and the pitch to Miller is high, ball 1. Bulldogs taking on Cass in the first game of this doubleheader. They play another Bartow County team, Woodland, at 4 p.m. This pitch from Reese Tanner further outside, missing again, 2-0 to Kyle Miller.
Now Reese's classmate Dylan Cupp jogs to the mound and gives Reese a little bit of encouragement.
Gets a slap on the chest from Dylan Cupp.
Let me tell you, Dylan is just beyond his years in the way he plays the game and the way he interacts with his teammates.
The way he handles himself as well, really a great kid. The 2-0 to Kyle Miller. Inside, ball 3, fakes a throw down to first base, and Shook dives in safely.
And that was another good-looking pitch that was almost in the zone, too, and he's not getting any benefit of the doubts here. See if he can thread the needle.
The 3-0 from Tanner is right down the middle, strike 1. Obviously, in this situation, Kyle Miller, pinch hitter, taking all the way. Now a hitter's count. We'll see if he has the green light. Shook at first base. The 3-1 to Miller. Swings and misses on a fastball across the strike zone on the outside edge. Now a full count. Got behind 3-0. He's worked it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at first base is Shook, and Kyle Miller at the plate. Tanner gets the call from Barrow. The payoff pitch is inside, ball 4. And now runners at first and second as Ryan Evans is back out of the dugout for Cedartown.
You know, he's not missing by much, and you know that entire at bat, those, you know, the first 3 pitches that were all called balls were not very far out of the zone, and that's probably what Coach Evans is saying here. Just, you know, just try to locate a little bit, let the batters make contact, let your defense make a play here. It is 4-1. The tying run is at the plate. You certainly don't want to give him anything to, you know, to smash into the pine trees, but at the same time, you don't want to walk the bases loaded. Bulldogs had a bases loaded situation back in the 2nd inning. Cass Colonel's got a run out of that.
It was the 4th inning that spelled trouble for Cedartown last night as well, but all that trouble came with nobody out.
Right.
Number 9 batter in the order, Todd Gaddy, comes up in a big situation for him if he wants to make an impact after striking out last inning. Tanner looking to get out of this jam and preserve a 3-run lead in the top of the 4th. The pitch to Gaddy, outside. Again, not locating the zone, 1-0.
Cartersville goes ahead over Centennial 2-1.
Gaddy at the plate, Tanner on the mound. The 1-0 from the sophomore popped off his knuckles and back behind us. You heard it go off the roof here at the press box.
Probably swung the ball too there, but Reese will take it.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Runners at first and second for Cass. The pitch to Gaddy. Low, but a good stop by Eli Barrow. Thought about throwing down to second base as Matt Shook was away from the bag, but he fakes the throw and Shook gets back anyway. Shook at second base, Kyle Miller at first base, and the number 9 batter, Todd Gaddy, stands in. The 2-1 to Gaddy, smack to left center field. Dingler on the run, and the senior will make the catch. Able to close out this scoring chance in the top of the 4th inning, and Cedartown still leads 4-1.
What a catch. What a catch there by. He was able to range there in front of the left fielder, Tony Ware, and made a great catch there, showing his extension. All right, we'll head back to the top of the 4th inning. 4-1 lead for the Cedartown Bulldogs. Now this.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
One of the pillars of a strong community is knowing your neighbors. We believe it's important to know your neighbor. To know that the person down the street selling you your car is the person you'll see grilling with you at the block party. It's important to be a part of a community, and Peach State Ford is proud to be a part of historic Cedartown, Rockmart, and Rome. And even prouder to be rated one of the best in the country in customer service. Nobody knows trucks or people like Peach State Ford.
2076 Rockmart Highway, Cedartown, 866-872-6660.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. New pitcher for the Cass Colonels. They go from a southpaw to a right-handed pitcher. It'll be Jordan Ganny. Jordan already in this game playing on defense, so there probably was a defensive adjustment for the Cass Colonels. We don't have their lineup, so we're not exactly sure what that was, but it is a new pitcher, and he'll face the top of the Bulldog lineup, starting with the hot-hitting Dylan Cupp.
Dylan 2 for 3 last night, 1 for 2 so far today. A single, a strikeout, a run scored for the sophomore shortstop. And the first pitch to him drops in the zone, strike 1. 69 miles per hour. A lot of movement on it from Ganny. Cupp collects himself, steps back in the box. The 0-1 to Dylan Cup. A bit low, ball one. Dylan Cup, Reese Tanner, and Cade Dingler coming to the plate here in the home half of inning number 4. The 1-1 to Cup, smack to right field, but not very deep. The second baseman has a beat on it, and he'll catch it for out number 1. Covered a lot of ground that time, did the first baseman. Caught it essentially where the right fielder was already standing. But he gets to it and catches it for the first out. That's Matt Shook at second base, and that'll bring up Reese Tanner.
Yeah, that's a catch the second baseman. It's going to be easier for him to get to anyway. The right fielder had to come a pretty good long way to get it.
First pitch to Reese Tanner is a fastball. He swings and misses, strike one. 79 miles per hour on that fastball. Reese 0 for 2 on the day, did get aboard thanks to a fielder's choice in the first inning. The 0-1 is fouled straight back, and the sophomore is in a hole now, 0-2. Jordan Ganey having a little more success so far than Jaden Smith had, facing this Cedartown top of the order. Ganey is set. The 0-2 to Tanner, grounder towards third base and through for a base hit. Had a chance to get to it, but couldn't quite make the play. They'll throw in to hold Tanner at first base, and he'll stop with a one-out single.
Good piece of hitting there, able to find the hole between short and third, and a very fast runner aboard. Here comes Cade Dingler now to the plate. Now we've got the pitching coach out to talk to his pitcher. And Cade Dingler, who made that great play in center field to retire the side in the top of this inning, with a chance to have a good play at the plate.
As far as we can tell, no movement in the Cedartown bullpen. So I'm thinking that they'll keep Reese Tanner out there on the mound when we head to the top of the 5th inning, but he's going to go out and run for himself. And, you know, Andrew, we've seen it all year. He's just such an asset with his wheels. He's just like Dylan Cupp, so smart and aggressive on the base paths. Even though he's a pitcher, you really can't take him out.
No, you want him out there on the base paths. He's a smart base runner and one of the fastest on the team. And Cade Dingler at the plate, also a fast base runner.
0 for 2 on the day, trying to get his first base hit as Tanner goes for second hit and run, and fouled straight back by Dingler. 0-1 the count to the senior center fielder. Would imagine that we'll see Cade pitching game 2 today against the Woodland Wildcats, since Corbin Kazort pitched last night against the Purple Hurricanes of Cartersville High School. Tanner at first base. The 0-1 from Ganey. Pretty far outside, a good stop by the catcher, Carson Hill. 1 ball and 1 strike now with 1 out.
Sorry about that. I was going to say Cass takes a midday break, and then they'll play this evening, I believe.
Time called, so the home plate umpire can have a word with the Cedartown dugout. We're good to go. Tanner at first base. Dingler here at the plate with 1 out. The 1-1 to Cade. Hit and run again. Pops it up in foul territory. The first baseman is going to catch it. Throws to first, but not in time. Reese Tanner is back safely. Slides in. But now there's 2 away.
Reese had to book it. He was already almost to second base once he realized the ball was popped up, and then he had to really get back to the bag fast because it was caught near the bag, and they had the bag covered, so he was able to get back in to avoid getting doubled off.
Well, it feels like a long way for us, but it was only about 4 steps for Reese Tanner.
That's true.
Here's Corbin Kazort with 2 out and a runner at first base. Swings and misses at a fastball. Kind of on the outside part of the zone. 0-1. 2 flyouts for Cedartown this inning. A fly out to right center field, and then a pop out in foul territory. This pitch to Corbin Kazort results in a grounder to shortstop and takes a weird hop off his glove, and that's going to be a safe base runner for Cedartown. Now runners at first and second.
I'd score that in E6. That's one he should make, and he knows it. Aiden Larkin over there at shortstop boots the ground ball. Runners first and second now as Corbin reaches, and now Denver Nail, the second baseman, 16 years old today. Let's see if he can have himself a birthday bash.
First pitch to Denver. He swings at it, grounds it off the glove of the shortstop again. He'll get to it, but not in time. Everybody is safe, and the bases are going to be loaded for Zane Barrow.
Now, I think that was a base hit because the shortstop would have had to have gotten up off his feet and thrown a perfect one over to first base, and I still don't know if he gets Denver nailed there. So Denver gets a base hit. Now they're loaded with 2 out. Zane Barrow, the senior, to the plate.
And the pitch to Zane, outside, ball 1. Again, the new pitcher in the game for Cass who came in this inning is number 20, Jordan Ganney. He got a fly out for Dylan Cupp, allowed a base hit for Reese Tanner and a pop out for Dingler, then back-to-back have reached for Cedartown. The 1-0 just misses inside from Ganney. Now 2-0 to Zane Barrow. And, in this situation, a walk doesn't hurt either.
We'll take that for sure. With ducks on the pond, we take it.
Dogs on top 4-1. The 2-0 to the senior, Zane Barrow. Grounder to shortstop. He has the easy play to second base, and he'll throw to the second baseman covering the bag for out number 3. Cedartown loads the bases with 2 out, but they cannot get a run across, and it stays a 4-1 ball game. We'll head to a timeout. We'll come back with the top of the 5th inning after this on the Big Double A.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and price to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
Burgess Insurance Services in Rome, 222 North 5th Avenue Southwest, 706-234-5680. And in Cedartown, 114 South Philpott Street, 770-748-4165.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
We are back as we head to the 5th inning, and what do we know about what Coach Johnson's going to do? New pitcher as the Bulldogs starter Reese Tanner will go back to center field, and Cade Dingler is going to pitch in relief here in this game. We had assumed he would pitch in Game 3, but it looks like Coach Johnson may keep Game 3 for some of our other arms to give them some experience. And in a game, and I can understand that in a game like in games like this where it really doesn't matter toward playoff contention, give some of your other pitchers some experience here. Of course, you haven't used pitchers like you haven't used Cole Dingler, you haven't used Xavier Holiday, you haven't used Britt Baxter or Jack Roper, and you haven't used Matthew Hensley, who I believe is dressed out for varsity. We have not seen him this year yet, at least not in this part of the season. And also Cam Jackson, who pitched yesterday. I don't know if he'll be available or not today. But there's the throw down to second base, and we're ready to go here in the top of the 5th. Cade Dingler, the senior, will be the new pitcher here in the 5th inning. Moves from center to the bump. And leading off will be Jordan Ganney, the current pitcher for the Cass Colonels.
Yeah, top of the order for Cass coming up here in the 5th inning. Cass has not scored since the 2nd inning. They trail it 4-1. Ganney so far is 1 for 2. He had that ground rule double in the 3rd inning, but was stranded at 3rd base. He'll try to lead this one off with another base hit. The first pitch from Cade Dingler is inside and maybe low as well. 1-0 the count. 81-mile-per-hour heater there from the senior. The righty gets the call in from Eli Barrow and almost hits Jordan Ganney. Goes behind the left-handed batter. And now 2-0.
Centennial's had a big inning. They now lead 5-2 over the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes. And they're still batting.
2 balls and no strikes to Jordan Ganney to start out the 5th inning. Cedartown 4 and Cass 1. The 2-0 from Cade Dingler. Outside, not able to get the call, 3-0. That one clearly off the plate. Cade just having a little trouble finding the zone right now. 3 balls and no strikes here in the 2021 battle for Bartow. 3-0 is outside as well. 4 balls, 4 pitches, all it takes to walk Jordan Ganey. And he'll head down to first base with nobody out.
Nick Wallen will be the batter for the Cass Colonels. So Dingler, a 4-pitch walk to start out the inning.
Wallen, the number 2 batter in the lineup, 0 for 1 officially, does have a walk. And the first pitch he sees is low, ball 1. That's 5 straight that have missed the zone from Cade Dingler. Wallen flew out to right field in the first inning, earned a walk in the 3rd inning. Back up to the plate here in the 5th. Checks the runner at first base, does Cade Dingler, gets the call in from Eli Barrow, and the 1-0. Inside, I guess.
No, it wasn't. It was right over the plate, and it seemed to be right in the zone, too, but did not get the call that time. 2-0 the count.
Zone is shrinking here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 balls and no strikes, nobody out, a runner at first base. He'll throw that way, but just to keep the runner honest. Zane Barrow caught it, threw back immediately to Cade, didn't even try a tag. 2-0 the count to Nick Wallen. And the pitch. Strike called, outside edge against this right-handed batter. Wouldn't be a bad idea to live right there. It's been the consistent call all game for both sides. The 2-1 is high and now a hitter's count, 3-1 to Nick Wallen. Cade, who was just subbed in here, in danger of losing his second batter. Jordan Ganey at first base, Nick Wallen here batting. 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch, high and tight, ball 4. Now runners at first and second, and Gavin Johnson out of the dugout in a hurry.
If Gavin is out there, he may go ahead and make the change here.
We were expecting Cade to start the game against Woodland, and I guess that's still in the cards as a change will be made. The senior Camden Jackson comes out of the dugout, and he will pitch in relief for Cedartown. There will be some other defensive substitutions. We'll tell you about that when we come back. Cedartown 4 and Cass 1. Top of the 5th inning here on the Big Double A.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course. Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
We're back as Cade Dingler could not retire a batter. He walks 2, and he'll give way for Cam Jackson, the senior, who pitched last night. And despite, he came into a situation with the bases loaded, gave up a few runs, but was able to mostly put out the fire, and he'll come back in with runners on first and second. Seems like there's always a tough situation, and Cam Jackson is the guy that Coach Johnson likes to go to.
Nobody out. 2 runners aboard for the Colonels. Cedartown leading 4-1, top of the 5th. The first pitch from Jackson. Grounder left side fielded by the third baseman. Tags the bag, throws across the diamond. A double play. 5-3, a great play over at third base by Corbin Kazort, and now there's 2 out.
Just like he drew it up. He throws one pitch and gets the double play, 5-3. Great job there by Corbin Kazort. And you know he was thinking about maybe trying to go around the horn, but he didn't do it. 2 outs, and now we continue.
This is Aiden Larkin. He'll have another grounder, but that one drops in fair territory. They're sending the runner from third, and he will score. Throw comes into second, and Cass has made it a 2-run game now. It's 4-2. So quickly, an RBI single from Aiden Larkin, and Cass getting closer here in the 5th inning.
Well, he's thrown a couple of only 2 pitches, and both have had contact. The first was the double play ball.
So Larkin stands at first base now. That's his first hit of the day. Brings up Wesley Collins again. 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. And the pitch to him is way off speed, way out in front. 0-1 the count. That one's 66 miles per hour from Camden Jackson. And if you followed our broadcast this year, that's his fastball. His off-speed stuff's around 55. Runner going for second, swing and a miss, and pops out of the glove of Eli Barrow. It is a strike, but Aiden Larkin safe at second base. No balls and 2 strikes now with 2 out. If Camden Jackson can get this final strike, it'll bring an end to this inning. The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, and Collins is down on strikes. Cass is able to get 1 run across, but that's it. Cedartown still leads 4-2. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning after this. You're listening to Bulldogs Baseball on the Big Double A.
Daniels Green Services and Handyman, your best choice for total home renovation or even small projects. 770-862-1240. 770-862-1240. Painting, siding, concrete, windows, pressure washing, flooring, drywall, doors, roofing, electrical, and even lawn care. They're fully insured and will do a great job. Check them out on Facebook, Daniels Green Services and Handyman, your best choice. 770-862-1240.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Jordan Gainey will continue his work here in relief for the Cass Colonels as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. And the Bulldog catcher Eli Barrow will lead things off. And Logan, Eli has swung a good stick today.
He has 2 for 2 so far, a single, a double, and 1 RBI. He'd like to make it 3 for 3 right here. The cycle's still in the cards here for Eli.
Hey.
He's done the first 2 parts of it. Eli Barrow, Trent Johnson, and Britt Baxter due up this inning. The pitch to Eli's right down Main Street, strike 1. Eli had 2 hits last night, 2 hits today. And the pitch to the sophomore catcher. This one fouled back and off the netting. And quickly, he's behind 0-2. 79 on that pitch from Jordan Gainey, the right-handed reliever for the Colonels. See if Eli can battle back here. 0-2 the count. Nobody out, base is empty. And the pitch to Eli. Hit it right side. That will escape out of play and lands into the field beside us, so it stays 0-2. Sounds like somebody below us is listening to the broadcast.
I can hear it. I can hear it in about 30, 45-second delay, yeah.
No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Eli Barrow. Just gets a piece of it and goes off the catcher again, Carson Hill. Poor kid. He's had a day.
You know, Gainey looking in at him and smiling at him. No balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th inning. Eli Barrow, the leadoff batter for the Bulldogs here. The Dogs with a 4-2 lead. 3 runs scored by Cedartown in the first and 1 in the third, and that's been it.
Bulldogs have squandered several runners in scoring position. They've had it in each inning. This one's high to Eli. Takes it upstairs for ball 1. Dogs had 2 runners in scoring position in the first they left on. They left 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and then 2 last inning. The pitch to Eli. Popped up left side of the infield and looks like it'll get out of play as well. And it will. It goes and interrupts the Cartersville and Centennial game. Score update, Centennial leading 5-2, top of the 7th inning. Cartersville is threatening, runners on first and second. We'll let you know how that one finishes up. Nobody out in that one. Just starting the bottom of the 5th here between Cedartown and Cass. The pitch to Eli. Liner to shortstop, fields it on 1 hop, throws across, and gets it over there in time for out number 1.
Solidly hit again there by Eli, but right at the shortstop who handled that 1 hop and completed the 6-3 putout for the first out in the 5th.
6-3 on the putout. Eli now 2 for 3 here in the first game today. That'll bring up Trent Johnson, who is hitless but did earn a walk last time up. And a big day for Trent Johnson as well. He's the second member of the team with a birthday today, Andrew.
He is. Low and away to him, ball 1 to Trent Johnson. Happy birthday, Trent.
Denver Nail also with a birthday today, and Gavin's birthday was Wednesday. So a big week for Cedartown baseball, and a big pitch there that hits off of Trent Johnson. We'll count that as one of the birthday lists.
Yeah, happy birthday. Here's your bruise on your back.
So he gets aboard again with 1 away.
Cam Jackson is going to get an at-bat.
There you go, the senior coming up to the plate.
This is his first at-bat this year. I don't know if he had an at-bat last year.
He's going to be batting instead of Britt Baxter here.
He's getting some cheers from the dugout.
Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 1. And Trent Johnson was about 3 or 4 strides away from the bag. He gets back in time. I don't even think the catcher noticed him.
Well, the Bulldogs had already utilized the DH on their defense, so Cam Jackson swinging a bat of his own here.
The 1-0 to Jackson. Goes to bunt, misses it. Strike 1, throw down to first base. Johnson is back to the bag. 1-1 the count now. Jackson trying to bunt here. Might find out what kind of speed he's got. We've not really had a chance to see it yet, Andrew. 1-1 the count. The pitch to Jackson, low and outside, ball 2. Jordan Ganey, the right-handed reliever for the Colonels, pitching. Got a ground out for Eli Barrow, then hit Trent Johnson. Now a 2-1 count to Camden Jackson. The 2-1 to Cam. High and tight, ball 3, and now a hitter's count to the pitcher.
Now a coaching visit from the Cass Colonels with a 3-1 count. Wind picking up here as the clouds are starting to increase. We do have a good chance of some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Coach Gavin Johnson over there to talk to Cam. Pats him on the helmet, pats him on the back with nothing but smiles between the two there. Cam's just excited he gets a chance to bat. He's almost always hit for when he's pitching in relief. He's got a hitter's count. We'll see what he does with it with Trent Johnson at first base.
3 balls and 1 strike. Cam Jackson at the plate. The pitch swings and misses. A big cut. Doesn't make contact, and now the count is full.
Dylan Cupp waits on deck.
1 away, runner at first base. The payoff pitch. Hit, popped up in shallow right field. They can't find it. The center fielder will catch it on the run, though, for the second out.
So close to a bloop single there. It just about dropped in no man's land. And Cam Jackson gets a round of applause from the dugout.
Got to give a lot of credit, though, to Wesley Collins. He covered a ton of ground coming in from center field. But you're right, Cam Jackson almost made the roof explode off that home dugout.
Coach Johnson will head toward the home plate umpire. He may be doing a little lineup clarification. Looks like they'll send out a courtesy runner, or a pinch runner rather, for Trent Jackson, or Trent Johnson. Got my J's mixed up.
Yeah, Trent's batting for Tony Ware, so Ware is just going to come in and run for Johnson with 2 out. Dangerous batter and a very fast runner aboard for Cedartown. It's Dylan Cupp trying to get his second hit of the day, led off the game with a single. The pitch to Dylan. Turns on it, right to third base, jumps up and catches the liner for the 3rd out. Again, just a great play defensively by the Colonels.
All you can do is tip your hat. That was a great defensive play.
So that'll bring an end to the 5th inning. We head now to the top of the 6th. Cedartown leads 4-2 on the Big AA.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. Amy and I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back. Cam Jackson will continue his work in relief on the mound. He got an at-bat the previous inning and almost had himself a bloop single, but popped out to the center fielder, and he'll remain on the hill, and he'll face Matt Ballas, number 8 for the Cass Colonels here in the top of the 6th inning.
Ballas is pinch hitting for the regular number 5 batter, Hayden Cole. First pitch he sees, lines one over to right field, a fly ball to Tony Ware. He'll take a couple of steps to his left and squeezes it for the 1st out. I believe when Cam Jackson came in, the only defensive substitution they did is they took Tony Ware from left field to right field and then put Cade Dingler out in left field, kept Reese Tanner in center.
That makes sense.
1 away now, and here's Matt Shook. Shook earned a walk in his first at bat last time up. Another slow pitch. It's crushed to left center field, still going back, and is that gone?
No, he caught it.
Oh, no,
he caught
it.
Well, right on the Xfinity wall.
Here, yeah.
Yeah, great catch there in left field, right on the track. It did look like it almost had the home run distance, but right there on the track, it is caught for out number 2. A great running catch there by Cade Dingler, who just checked into left field.
So 2 away now as Matt Shook is retired. 2 pitches, 2 out for Cam Jackson here in the 6th inning. Can they make it 3 for 3? Kyle Miller comes up now. Miller walked last time up, and he takes the first pitch of this inning outside for ball 1. Bulldogs 4, Colonels 2. Jackson is set the 1-0. Fouled back and out of play. And now it's 1-1. Remember that Cedartown's back in action at 4 o'clock today. Same field here at Lake Point. They'll play the Woodland Wildcats, a region foe of Cass and Cartersville. They're all in Region 7-5A. The 1-1 is going to bounce off the hip of Kyle Miller, and he has walked for the 2nd time today. And this inning will continue as Todd Gaddy comes up now. So Cam Jackson, 2 pitches, 2 out. Throws 2 pitches, then on the 3rd pitch of that at bat, hits the batter. So we'll see if he can get this final out in inning number 6 as he plays goes up against the number 9 batter, Todd Gaddy. Camden gets the call in from Eli Barrow, fires in the first pitch. That must have been high, ball 1. Inside, but over the plate, but just outside of the zone, north and southwise. Kyle Miller standing at first base. He'll throw that way, but just keeps him honest, checks the runner. Zane Barrow faked a throw to the pitcher, put the ball in his glove to see if Kyle Miller would get away from the bag. He does not, so gives it back off to Camden Jackson. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 out, runner at first base for Cass. The tying run is at the plate. And the pitch to Gaddy is high, runner away from the bag. They throw down to first and just misses the tag that would have been the final out.
I'll tell you, Eli threw a little short to first base. Had he thrown a little bit farther out, he would have had him dead to rights. The count is 2-0 now to the batter.
Gaddy at the plate, Jackson on the mound. The 2-0 is bounced up there, and now 3-0. Camden struggling a bit to put it in the zone here. The senior who, like you said earlier, almost had that bloop single. He's done well on the mound so far. Cass trailing by 2. The 3-0 pitch is a strike called low outside corner, but in the zone, says the home plate umpire, and Cedartown won't argue it.
Gaddy had almost broken toward first base. The sound you hear is from the field over at Cartersville. 3-1 pitch is a strike 2 called on the outside corner, 3-2.
Yeah, Cartersville has tied it up after trailing 5-1. They've scored 4 runs in the last couple of innings.
They've got a big crowd here supporting the one of their home teams.
A full count. The payoff pitch from Jackson results in a pop-up towards second base. Dylan Cupp comes from shortstop and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So Cass gets a base runner aboard on a hit by pitch, but that's it. And we'll head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cedartown will try to add some insurance runs. They lead it 4-2.
One of the pillars of a strong community is knowing your neighbors. We believe it's important to know your neighbor. To know that the person down the street selling you your car is the person you'll see grilling with you at the block party. It's important to be a part of a community, and Peach State Ford is proud to be a part of historic Cedartown, Rockmart, and Rome, and even prouder to be rated one of the best in the country in customer service. Nobody knows trucks or people like Peach State Ford.
2076 Rockmart Highway, Cedartown, 866-872-6660. Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and price to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's a 4-2 lead for the Cedartown Bulldogs as number 20, Jordan Gainey, continues his work on the hill for the Cass Colonels.
He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 batters for Cedartown. A good part of the lineup coming up for Cedartown. If you want to add an insurance run or two here, it's going to be Reese Tanner, Kay Dingler, and then Corbin Kazort, unless there's any pinch hitters here for Cedartown. Reese Tanner will come up first. He is 1 for 3 on the day. He's reached twice thanks to a fielder's choice back in the 1st inning. He worked his way around the bases and scored then. Reese singled last time up. Watches the first pitch that is just low from Jordan Gainey, ball 1. Dogs scored 3 in the 1st and 1 in the 3rd, none in the last few innings. That one inside and low to Reese, and he's ahead in the count now, 2-0. 78 on that pitch from Jordan Gainey. 2 balls and no strikes, nobody on. And the pitch to Reese just misses the zone again, 3-0. Just starting the bottom of the 6th inning at Lake Point. Game 2 will come your way about an hour and 15 minutes from now against Woodland. Gainey gets the call, the 3-0. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 4 low. And 4 pitches is all it takes for Reese Tanner to get down and have a walk. He's at first base, a dangerous base runner with nobody out.
Kay Dingler now will come to the plate.
Cade hitless so far, a strikeout, a ground out, and a pop out. He's done everything except get a hit. He'd like to change it right here. The pitch to the senior as Tanner goes for second. Throw down to second. He slides in safely. The throw was offline anyway, but I think he beats a good throw.
Yeah, he had a good jump with his speed. The throw came in. The second baseman actually had to cross over and make the play at the bag at second to keep it from going into the outfield. 1 ball, no strikes. The count now to the senior, Cade Dingler, who's now the left fielder.
Cade came in and pitched briefly in this game. The pitch to Dingler. Strike called, lower part of the zone. And now it's 1-1. 74 miles per hour on the pitch from Ganny. Ganny, the right-handed reliever for Cass. The 1-1 outside, ball 2. Catcher that time, Hill, trying to frame it up, but just missing is Jordan Ganny. 2 balls and 1 strike to Cade Dingler. Reese Tanner in scoring position at second base with nobody out. Checks the runner at second, fires in the 2-1, low, ball 3, and now a hitter's count to the dangerous senior. Corbin Kazort stands on deck, so it doesn't get any easier here if you're a Cass Colonel. Ganny will try to battle back in this at-bat. Checks Reese Tanner at second. The 3-1 from Ganny, inside, ball 4. Runners at first and second now, and still nobody out.
2 consecutive walks here to start out this bottom half of the 6th inning, and it will be Corbin Kazort who will head to the plate, the cleanup hitter in this game.
Corbin, the talented senior, plays travel ball circuit. He's had some great plays and great hits this year for Cedartown. 2 runners aboard, watches the first pitch as it soars outside of the zone. 1-0. Corbin with a 2-run double in the first inning that got Cedartown on the board, came home to score. He also got aboard on an error. Strike called as it's a double steal for Cedartown. They throw down to third, and the Cass third baseman was falling down. If he keeps his footing, he probably tags out Reese Tanner instead.
They almost had him.
Yeah.
They almost had him. He fell down, and the ball did pop loose for a moment. By the way, in the game to our left, bottom of the 7th inning there, 5-5 tie with 1 out. So they could go to extra frames, Cartersville and Centennial.
The 1-1 to Corbin Kazort, inside, ball 2, and Jordan Ganey missing, but not missing by much, Andrew. Reese Tanner 90 feet away at third base. Cade Dingler also in scoring position at second base, and Corbin Kazort at the plate. The pitch to the senior, a high chopper to shortstop. They'll throw home, and they will get him out at the plate. Runners will be at the corners with 1 out as Reese Tanner came crashing in immediately. Good read by the shortstop to come home with it.
That is a scary slide, though. He slid in with his throwing hand, and it kind of got jammed up against the catcher's foot. And anytime that happens, you just hold your breath and hope that there's no injury. There was not, of course.
Brings up the birthday boy, Denver Nail, as the pitch is high. They'll throw down to third, but all that does is allow Corbin Kazort to steal second.
I think they threw over to third just to make sure that the runner at third wasn't going to try to come home on a delayed steal. It's a 1 ball, no strike count now to Denver Nail with runners at second and third, 1 away.
This is going to be a base hit for Denver Nail. Happy birthday, Denver. He scores 1 run. They'll hold the second runner up at third base. They throw back down to third, and did they get him in time? They did not. But a base hit that goes in between first and second base, rolls to the outfield, and Denver Nail makes it a 3-run game again, 5-2.
Yeah, he got up there and hit it right between the first baseman and second baseman over there on the right side of the field. And now they're at the corners with 1 out. Zane Barrow to the plate, and a 5-2 lead for the Dogs.
Ganny steps off the rubber, gets a call in from the visiting dugout here at Field 11 at Lake Point. Bulldogs 5 and Colonels 2, bottom of the 6th inning. Runners at the corners with 1 out as the first pitch to Zane Barrow comes inside on him, ball 1. Denver Nail now 3 for 4 in this game, Andrew, with a run batted in and a run scored.
By the way, the Cartersville Centennial game going to extra innings.
Zane 1 for 3 with a run batted in today. Going for second is Denver Nail in the throw-off line, but they're going to say he got him. It bounced up there and just barely made contact with Nail, I suppose.
Yeah. Apparently the field umpire had a better look at that, but they'll call him out. 2 balls, no strikes, though. That is the first base runner that has been picked off successfully by anybody really here lately for Bulldogs.
Grounder for Zane Barrow over to third base. They'll throw across the diamond and get him out for out number 3. But Cedartown adds another run, and it's 5-2. We'll head to the top of the 7th.
Well, that's unfortunate that the base runner was out, because had it not been, that'd have been another run on that ground ball. But unfortunately, Bulldogs will have to settle with a 5-2 lead as we head to the final frame, top of the 7th, right after this.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
Burgess Insurance Services in Rome, 222 North 5th Avenue Southwest, 706-234-5680. And in Cedartown, 114 South Philpott Street, 770-748-4165. Bradford's Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course. Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Top of the 7th inning, Dylan Cupp is going to come into the game and try to close it out. A 3-run lead for the Bulldogs. So Cupp comes over from short to pitch, and wow, he threw 85 miles per hour that time. That's one of the fastest ones we've seen him throw, only on a warm-up pitch there. And the throw goes down to second. The Cass Colonels will send to the plate Jordan Ganney here in the top of the 7th inning as Dylan Cupp looks to secure the victory for the Bulldogs here.
Cupp will have to earn it facing the 1, 2, and 3 batters for the Colonels. The first pitch to Ganney is a grounder on the right side over to Nail. He'll charge in, field it, and throw to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. So you say he's got to earn it. Well, that one's pretty easy. Pitch that came inside on Ganney, just able to come around the lefty, sends it over to Nail. And the birthday boy who had an RBI hit in the bottom of the 6th, well, he has a put out right there. Brings up Nick Wallen now. The first pitch to him is high, ball 1.
86 miles per hour.
He's bringing the heat early. 2 walks for Nick Wallen in this one, 0 for 1 officially at the plate. And misses high again does Dylan Cupp, 2-0. 5-2, Cedartown leading. Top of inning number 7, the 2-0 to Wallen. Outside edge, swings and comes up empty, 2-1. Offers that a pitch that might have been ball 3. The 2-1, same spot, closer to the plate, same result. Strike 2 as he doesn't offer it that one, but it's a called strike anyway. Now 2-2. Nick Wallen at the plate. The pitch swings and misses. Ball in the dirt. Eli Barrow will tag him, and now there's 2 out.
Dylan works so quick. He was throwing 85, 86, and then comes up with a 70-mile-per-hour changeup that sinks away, and now 2 outs, and it's up to Carson Hill for the Cass Colonels.
Cass down to their final out. First pitch to Carson Hill, the catcher, is high, ball 1. Carson Hill struck out in the first inning, popped out in the 3rd inning, and grounded into a double play in the 5th. The 1-0 to the catcher is a ball, trying to aim for that upper outside edge, but just missing is the sophomore Dylan Cupp. 2-0 pitch, Chopper towards shortstop. He'll come in. Throws across the diamond after a double clutch and gets him out by a step and a half, and that will do it for this game. Cedartown holds on. They get win number 13, and they are victorious 5-2 over the Cass Colonels. We'll step aside for a moment. We'll come back with some final stats and analysis. Your final score, Cedartown 5 and Cass 2 here in the 2021 Battle for Bartow Classic.
Daniels Green Services and Handyman, your best choice for total home renovation or even small projects. 770-862-1240. 770-862-1240. Painting, siding, concrete, windows, pressure washing, flooring, drywall, doors, roofing, electrical, and even lawn care. They're fully insured and will do a great job. Check them out on Facebook, Daniels Green Services and Handyman, your best choice. 770-862-1240.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. Amy and I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
We are back here. It's a 5-2 score, the final of this first of the doubleheader today, and a good day for the Cedartown Bulldogs. The bats coming alive, some good pitching for Cedartown. The line score goes like this: 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Cedartown Bulldogs, 2 runs, 4 hits, and 5 errors for the Cass Colonels. Down the lineup for the Bulldogs, Dylan Cupp 1 for 4 with a hit. He struck out once. Reese Tanner 1 for 3 with a hit. He also walked once and struck out once. Kay Dingler 1 for 3 with a walk as well. He also struck out. Corbin Kazort 1 for 4 with that one hit was a 2-run double. Denver Nell 1 for 4. He also had an RBI as well. Zane Barra 0 for 1, or 0 for 4 rather, with a strikeout. 2 for 3 was Eli Barrow today with an RBI. Johnson was 0 for 1 with a walk. And Britt Baxter 0 for 2 with a strikeout on the day. Cam Jackson came in late and had, I think, his first at bat of the season. He flew out to shallow center field, and that was it. For the Bulldogs, as far as pitching goes, 4 innings pitched for the starter, Reese Tanner. 1 run on 3 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Kay Dingler was only in for a third of an inning. He walked 2 batters, allowed 1 earned run. Cam Jackson came in, gave up a hit, pitched 2 innings, struck out 1 batter. Dylan Cupp comes in, retires the side in the top half of the 7th inning, pitched 1 inning and got 1 strikeout. And that's your ball game. The Cedartown Bulldogs winners 5-2. 2-4-5 for the Cass Colonels, 5-6-0 for the Cedartown Bulldogs. And we've got game 2 coming up shortly. Actually, a little over an hour away from now. So we're going to get ourselves a nice little break between games. And we hope you'll join us again coming up at 4 o'clock for Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball right here on the Big AA, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. This is about the time when the afternoon trading post would be ending. It's 2:57 right now, so those of you listening at the radio station wondering why there's a baseball game on, we had a game start at 1 o'clock, and it went just under 2 hours. So we hope you'll join us at 4 o'clock for our next matchup. I'm looking down on the field, and Coach Gavin Johnson's little girl down there playing on the field with Trent, and it's just precious to watch. So families here having a great time, a lot of folks here at the ballpark. We hope you'll join us for game number 2 of the afternoon a little over an hour away from now. Logan, what did you think of that first game?
Hey, pretty good win for Cedartown. Some things to improve upon, but all in all, just wanted to get that taste of the loss to Cartersville out of your mouth and get a victory, and they were able to do that. We'll see what the pitching looks like and the offense looks like against Woodland here in a bit.
And we'll have that for you coming up. Cedartown versus Woodland at 4 o'clock p.m. We'll have that for you on the Big AA 106.1 FM, AM 1340, YouTube, Facebook Live, and the NFHS Network. For Logan Maddox, I'm Andrew Carter. Thanks for joining us for Bulldogs Baseball on the Big AA.
W291 TS Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM WGAA. The Big AA.